Alright, I got something for you guys I think you might want to see today. I have figured out a way to make your own 5-hour energy drink that not only works, but it tastes good too. I bought some Hard Rhino pure caffeine powder off of Amazon. I think I paid 20 bucks for 2 bags of this, and it is 500 grams per bag. If I'd have known it was going to take this little bit of amount of caffeine, I probably would have only just bought 1 bag, but I got plenty now. You'll need some little 1 ounce condiment cups, maybe some lids. You'll need some old energy bottles that have been rinsed out really good and washed out and sterilized. You'll need a drinking straw, and you'll need a digital scale that can measure in milligrams. And it also needs to have a tare function. And the secret ingredient that makes it taste good, you probably already see what this is. It is a soda syrup. I'm not going to tell you the brand name, but you know what it is, and we'll just do it. Let's put it that way. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our straw. We're going to open up our caffeine powder. We're going to turn on our scale. We're going to take a cup. We're going to tare it out. And I've looked up online, and a 5-hour energy shot contains 200 milligrams of caffeine. So we're going to take the soda straw and stick it down into the caffeine powder and get the caffeine powder up in the straw. And we're just going to drizzle it in, watching the scale. $135, $150, $170, $185, 200. So that is 200 milligrams of caffeine, which I don't know if you can, you'll be able to see that, but it's not a whole very awful lot. It's just a tiny little bit in this cup. And I'm not going to bore you with the whole making all 7 of these that I've got laid out here. I'm just going to do one. I'm going to come over here to my sink, and I'm going to get a little bit of tap water, and I'm going to pop this in my microwave for about 20 seconds. And we'll wait for that to go. And while that's going, I'm going to tell you right now, the caffeine powder is extremely bitter. I had to work and try to find all kinds of things that would cover up the bitterness of the caffeine powder. And the only thing that I've found that really works is the soda syrup. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and pour the hot water into the cup with the caffeine powder, just enough to cover up the bottom, and we're going to dissolve that caffeine powder into the hot water. We're just going to stir it around until the caffeine powder is completely dissolved in the water. You'll see it, it'll turn, all the little white clumps and everything will turn clear, and it'll be a clear liquid. Then the only thing we're going to do is it has a fill line already on the cup. We're going to take our soda syrup and we're going to fill our cup up to the fill line with the soda syrup. And you can either do it one of two ways. You can either just pour it straight into the bottle and then shake it up, or you can take one of the little caps and I don't really like doing it this way because sometimes the caps are hard to get on, but you just shake it up real good to mix it up real good. And I'll take this over to the sink to pour it up, but it's very simply just pour it up into the bottle, take the cap off. I don't like pouring over the sink in case I spill it, because if you get this stuff on stuff, it gets in it, and you don't clean it up right away, it gets really sticky. But it's pretty easy to pour into the bottle. Got it poured into the bottle. Get every last little drop out. Then all we do is we take our cap, put it on, give it another shake just for good measure, and you now have your 5-hour energy drink that tastes really good and works the same, if not better, than the 5-hour energy drinks that you buy in the store, and for a whole lot less. I figured it out. If I had to buy the bottles, and I would probably buy them in bulk and just have a bunch of them made up all at one time, say 100 or so of them. If I bought 100 bottles with the caps and everything, the caffeine powder and the syrup and everything to make 100 of them, it would cost me roughly $1.30 to make these, each one. If you didn't have to buy the bottles, which is the most expensive thing, it'd probably only be like 50 cents. The bottle is the most expensive thing for the whole thing. The caffeine powder is pretty cheap. The soda syrup is pretty cheap. I think it's like $6 a bottle. And you can probably get about 10 per bottle, so that's not too bad. And that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. You can now make your own 5-hour energy drinks that not only taste good, but they work. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Remember, this contains a lot of caffeine. Use it responsibly. Don't chug these things one right after the other, even though they taste good and you might be tempted to do it. Don't do it. You don't want to overdose on caffeine. Enough said about that. Use it responsibly. This is just putting out there for your information on how I do it, and it works really well. I've tried it. My oldest son has tried it, and we both think it works really well. A couple of the guys out at the job where my brother works, they've tried it and they really like it. The only problem they have with it is it's too sweet. So it's really sweet. It tastes really good. You guys will enjoy it, and you can experiment with your own soda syrup flavors and flavor it however you want to. So just get out there, try it, and see what you think, guys. Thanks a lot. High Tech Redneck signing out.